questions about his brother the bridegroom, his sister the bridesmaid, and various other members of the Lennox family, that Margaret devoted herself to the amusement of the other visitors, whom her aunt had for the moment forgotten. Almost immediately Edith came in from the back drawing-room, blinking her eyes at the stronger light and shaking her slightly ruffled curls. Even in her slumber she had instinctively felt that a Lennox was worth rousing herself for, and she had a multitude of questions to ask about dear Janet, the future unseen sister-in-law. Margaret saw Henry Lennox directing his look towards a vacant seat near her, and she knew perfectly well that as soon as Edith released him from her questioning, he would take possession of that chair. Now she was sure of a pleasant evening. He liked and disliked pretty nearly the same things that she did. Margaret's face was lightened up into an honest open brightness. By and by he came. She received him with a smile which had not a tinge of shyness or self-consciousness in it. "This is your last dinner party, is it not? There are no more before Thursday?" "No. I think after this evening we shall feel at rest, which I'm sure we have not done for weeks. I shall be glad to have time to think. I'm sure Edith will." "I am not so sure about her, but I can fancy you will. Tell me about Helstone. I should like to have some idea of the place you will be living in when 96 Harley Street will be looking dingy and dull and shut up. Is Helstone a village or a town in the first place?" "Oh, only a hamlet. I don't think I could call it a village at all. There's the church and a few houses near it on the green, cottages rather, with roses growing all over them." "And flowering all the year round, especially at Christmas. Make your picture complete," said he. "No," replied Margaret, somewhat annoyed. "I am not making a picture. I am trying to describe Helstone as it really is. You should not have said that." "I am penitent," he answered. "But tell me what the parsonage is like." "Oh, I can't describe my home. It is home, and I can't put its charm into words." "Well then, tell me what you do there. Shall you garden much? That, I believe, is a proper employment for young ladies in the country." "I don't know. I am afraid I shan't like such hard work." "Archery parties, picnics, race balls, hunt balls." "Oh, no," said she, laughing. "Papa's living is very small, and even if we were near such things, I doubt if I should go to them." "I see you won't tell me anything. Before the vacation ends, I think I shall pay you a call and see what you really do employ yourself in." "I hope you will. Then you will see for yourself how beautiful Helstone is. Now I must go. Edith is sitting down to play, and I just know enough of music to turn over the leaves for her, and besides, Aunt Shaw won't like us to talk." Edith played brilliantly. In the middle of the piece, the door half opened, and Edith saw Captain Lennox hesitating whether to come in. She threw down her music and rushed out of the room, leaving Margaret to explain to the astonished guests what vision had shown itself to cause Edith's sudden flight. Captain Lennox had come earlier than was expected. Or was it really so late? They looked at their watches, were duly shocked, and took their leave. Then Edith came back, leading in her tall, handsome captain. His brother shook hands with him, and Mrs. Shaw welcomed him in her gentle, kindly way, which had always something plaintive in it, arising from the long habit of considering herself a victim to an uncongenial marriage. Now that the general being gone, she had every good of life. She had been rather perplexed to find an anxiety, if not a sorrow. She had, however, of late settled upon her own health as a source of apprehension. She had a nervous little cough whenever she thought about it, and some complacent doctor ordered her just what she desired, a winter in Italy. Mrs. Shaw preferred being compelled to gratify herself by some other person's command or desire. She really did persuade herself that she was submitting to some hard external necessity, and thus she was able to moan and complain in her soft manner all the time she was, in reality, doing just what she liked. It was in this way she began to speak of her own journey to Captain Lennox, who assented to all his mother-in-law said, while his eyes sought Edith, who was busying herself in rearranging the tea-table and ordering up